Then, now, forever. Together.
This is Cleveland, Ohio, located on the banks of Lake Erie, the Great Lakes' most populous city. Cleveland is known for manufacturing, higher education, healthcare, and financial services. And for a second time in its rich history, will host WWE SummerSlam. Here at the beautiful Cleveland Browns Stadium, named after the NFL team and located downtown in the North Coast Harbor neighborhood, right down the street from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Also downtown, Progressive Field where the Guardians play, and Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, home of the NBA's Cleveland Cavaliers, and later tonight, host to WWE SmackDown. We are here live in downtown Cleveland to kick off SummerSlam weekend.
For the first time in more than a quarter century, SummerSlam makes a homecoming as we return to Cleveland.
I will be hosting SummerSlam in my house of Cleveland, Ohio.
I saw my surgeon Saturday night. I'm cleared.
Live SummerSlam. I'm gonna end your career.
I am back home in Cleveland!
Cleveland rocks. But this weekend, Cleveland slams.
And now, Wingstop presents SummerSlam Kickoff.
You ain't nothing but a liar. Yeah, I walk right out the fire. Yeah, you try to keep me down, try to put me
Hello, Cleveland! Thank you guys so much for being out here tonight, braving the storms, the hot sun, all so we can kick off SummerSlam weekend. This is the second time your great city has hosted SummerSlam. This is the 37th annual event, the biggest party of the summer, and we're hoping you guys make it the loudest and greatest SummerSlam ever. Now, I can't host this by myself, especially in a great sports town like Cleveland. Please welcome a man who was an all-decade punter for the Indianapolis Colts, a man who hosts his own show on ESPN called The Pat McAfee Show, a man who, with an asterisk, is undefeated at WrestleMania, and my broadcast colleague from Monday Night Raw. Please welcome Pat McAfee.
Hey, let's go!
Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a beautiful city Cleveland, Ohio is. It's 1,000 degrees, the humidity is through the roof, and we got thousands of people in a parking lot ready to celebrate the greatest SummerSlam of all time. Now, without further ado, Michael Cole is obviously over and super handsome. He's more fit than he's ever been. He's dressing cooler than he's ever been. But he is not the man of the hour in this city. No, no. There's a man who's riding around this town in the Miz Express, which is a bus that if you see it, his face will be broadcasted the entire side of it. Run up to it, bang on it. He'll be inside of it. Take pictures with him. Make his life awesome, because that's exactly what he is. 1,335 losses in his WWE career. But because of every single one of them, he has won over all of our hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, from Cleveland, Ohio, the host of SummerSlam, The Miz!
Awesome!
I came to play, there's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees and pray. You say goodbye to the good old days. They're never coming back, watch if you I came to play, get my dues paid. I guess you had a dream, but it can't be saved. There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees and pray. You say goodbye to the good old days. They're never coming back, watch if you I came to play, get my dues paid. I guess you had a dream, but it can't be saved.
Yes, I am, but even more so, Cleveland is! And Cleveland deserves SummerSlam. See, we're kicking this off. We're kicking this 2024 off with SummerSlam. Then the Cleveland Browns are going all the way to the Super Bowl. The Guardians are winning the World Series. Spider got an extension. The Cleveland Cavaliers are going to the NBA Finals. This is the year of Cleveland. And I can honestly say I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't grow up in the city of Cleveland. This place taught me my work ethic. This place taught me my dedication, my passion. It gave me everything. And I thank you, because no matter how many losses Pat McAfee say I have, that's how many times I got someone over in this business. In Cleveland, I've been beat up. I've been thrown out of the building. I've been fired. I've been beaten up in front of my mother, who was crying. My father has been beaten up in Cleveland. But this week, if you see the Miz Express, you celebrate the Miz Express. You celebrate everything that Cleveland is. So now, without further ado, I want to introduce somebody. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to get out of your seats. I want you to give him the biggest Cleveland welcome you've ever gotten. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the CCO of WWE, the Cerebral Assassin, the King of Kings. It's time to play the game, Triple H!
Time to play the game! It's all about the game, and how you play it. All about control, and if you can take it.
Cleveland! Are you ready? We are here to kick off summer like never before. I don't have any water. I would spit the water. I don't have any water. I'm not using yours, dude. I don't know where your mouth has been. Hold on, dude. Pat McAfee, ladies and gentlemen. How many here read the article on Michael Cole today? The Ringer, if you haven't seen it, it tells you in Michael Cole's own words how big of a legend he is. And let me just say, let me just say this, if you haven't read the article, Michael Cole is absolutely the best to have ever done this, to do what he does week in, week out. He is the soundtrack, he is the voice. He is the background of this new era of WWE. We are lucky to have him, Michael Cole. He can't spit water at all. He dumped half the bottle on me just now, but he's a legend at what he does. I'm gonna let this get to the big stars right now. Thank you all for being here. I can tell you this, tomorrow, 60,000 strong, we are gonna rock Cleveland. So I just wanna know one thing. Are you ready? No, I said, are you ready? Then let's do this.
It's all about the game. I know you play it. It's all about control. And if you can take it, it's all about you.
Now, really, I mean, that. First off, I apologize to you because I spit all over you, but that wasn't that bad, right? No, not see. It wasn't that bad at all, was it?
Yeah, I mean, you just spit on it, kid. Certainly. Great start to SummerSlam. Hell yeah.
Hey, you know, have you guys had the opportunity to see the SummerSlam store over at the Tower City Center? Pat, it's pretty cool. They're selling WWE T-shirts, Funko Pops, and SummerSlam-themed baseball and football gear. Replica championship titles, merchandise like T-shirts and hats of our biggest superstars. And you all can participate in the SummerSlam photo experience at Tower City Center in Cleveland. Get your tickets today for photo ops with your favorite talent. Also in Tower City, as we mentioned, the SummerSlam store. Shop the largest selection of SummerSlam merchandise tonight and throughout the weekend.
Yeah, you need to stop by the store. It is majestic, just like. All right.
Watch me.
Pat, I'm sorry. You guys don't mind if I interrupt for a minute, do you?
No, you're the champ.
Your world, your world.
I actually wanted to come out because I felt the need to clear a little bit of air. I feel like last week I actually got a little bit embarrassed. I let my emotions get the best of me. So I wanted to make sure that you all knew why tomorrow night that would not be the case.
Hell yeah.
1 year ago, I sat in a hospital bed with my shoulder completely torn from my socket because of Rhea Ripley. My tag team partner was gone, my championship was gone, and 6 months of my career were gone. It wasn't until that very moment that I made a promise to myself that when I came back, I would take away everything that Rhea Ripley loved. Thus, the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour.
Hey, Liv.
Yes?
You came out a bit early. You were supposed to be out about 15 minutes later with Rhea when Rhea arrives.
Well, I actually didn't know that, Michael, but I think that is actually my cue. Thank you, gentlemen.
Hey, have a good
one. I hope you guys have a great night.
You're not going to stay for Rhea? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the women's world champion, Liv Morgan.
I'd run for mommy, too. I'd run for mommy, too. No more running tomorrow.
No more running tomorrow. SummerSlam. Again, want to remind everyone, 7 Eastern start time. The countdown show is 3 hours long. It starts at 4 Eastern. One of the main events tomorrow night is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Damian Priest will defend his title against the King of the Ring, Gunther.
Rise up.
About 10 years ago, I was homeless. Nobody thought I would be on this stage. When you bust your ass, I truly, truly believe that there's nothing you can't achieve.
Priest has won the world title! Oh, rise!
I've always wanted this. Everything that had to happen to get here wouldn't change anything.
Rise for el campeón! Rise up!
Power, dominance, prestige. The greatest intercontinental heavyweight champion of all time, the king of the ring, and soon to be the world heavyweight champion. Der Ringgeneral Gunther. It was never my dream to be here. Dreams are a waste of time. For 2 years, the very best in WWE lined up and said they would beat me. Every single one of them fell at the hands of the Ring General. And now, as Damian Priest carries that weight on his shoulders,
Who, if not me, takes on the responsibility to restore the honor and prestige of this great sport and the World Heavyweight Championship?
I fought for 20 years in the street to get here. I earned this. And you are the last person around here that's taking this title from me.
Let's be honest. Being on the street is a choice. Whatever you're going to achieve in life, you are
and you always will be street trash.
Priest going right after Gunther with the right hand, and the fight is on.
It has gotten very personal, very quick.
At SummerSlam,
we find out if you're something more than just a privileged scumbag.
der Ringgeneral Gunther will become the World Heavyweight Champion.
I lived to fight for everything I got. And now I'm willing to die for everything I have. Are you? My name, my title reign.
The prestige of the World Heavyweight Championship
Will live forever.
will change forever.
So, Pat, give me a phrase to describe Gunther.
Diabolical.
Physical.
Serious. Prestigious. Classy. Asshole. As
Well, hey, you might want to watch your rhetoric, because without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the king of the ring and the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther!
Great to see you, Gunther.
Would you like to start the questioning or me?
Gunther, what I just said there obviously isn't how I feel about you, the professional wrestler and the career that you've had. But as of late, the things you've been saying to Damian have certainly crossed the line a little bit. Don't you think that is true as well? This guy? Yeah. Okay. They agree, I think.
Come on. You all love the drama, so I provided for you. What you complaining about? Huh? It just makes logical sense. Whoever is my opponent, I'm gonna find out where it hurts, and I'm gonna put my finger on it.
Gunther, you have made this between you and Damian about class, about prestige. Earlier today, Damian Priest had the debut of his documentary over at the Agora. You interrupted that and once again rained on his parade. You're not allowing him to enjoy this moment as the World Heavyweight Champion. Why have you decided at this point in time to make this about class in your mind?
We're all saying it.
Because I'm not afraid to speak the truth. I point out what's there. I understand it. If I look at you, I get the same vibe from looking at Damian Priest. That vibe of, what is it? Street trash, that's what it is. I mean, look at this place. I'd rather be homeless than be forced living in Cleveland.
So let's change direction for a moment.
These are good people. It's a great city.
And you're a sellout, apparently. Come on, kiss their ass a little bit more. Come on.
Let's get this back on track for a moment and talk about tomorrow, because, Gunther, you're going after your first World Heavyweight Championship on the main roster. Let's go back and talk about your Intercontinental Championship reign. For 666 days, which is a record, you ruled over the division as Intercontinental Champion. What did you learn during that time? And if you do win the championship tomorrow, how do you plan on becoming one of the great world champions of all time? again, how will you represent WWE as its World Heavyweight Champion?
How will you represent the WWE Universe if you become our world champion, Gunther? All these people.
It's inevitable. It's going to happen tomorrow. Let's try it out. Welcome, your future World Heavyweight Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, who will face Damian Priest tomorrow night at SummerSlam, the King of the Ring, Gunther. Why do you do that? Seriously.
I wouldn't if I knew he was coming onto the stage, but I do think my opinions of how he's been acting are the exact same as these beautiful people standing in a parking lot in 145 degrees.
But why do you do this? The gentleman didn't even want to answer our questions after you embarrassed him like that.
I don't care. He needed to hear it. These people wanted to tell him the same exact thing. He thinks a lot of himself, and he's going to run into our champion tomorrow night in Cleveland Brown Stadium.
Tomorrow night, big night for Judgment Day. Damian Priest, of course, defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Gunther. Rhea Ripley defending the women's world title against Liv Morgan, who you saw earlier. Without further ado, please welcome the World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest, and the Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley. I did want to bring one thing up before we started.
No. I don't want you to bring anything up because I felt the confidence coming from you, Cole, so thank you so much for having confidence in your mommy.
What I was going to say is, thanks for the Subway Series sweep. Mets over the Yankees this year.
Nobody cares. It's Cleveland. You both stink.
He's a Yankees fan. Nonetheless.
Tell you what, we need Cleveland to whoop Baltimore.
Let's start with you, Damian. Let's talk about tomorrow night, SummerSlam, defending the championship against a man who has been nothing but disrespectful to you for months now. In fact, earlier today, he interrupted the premiere of your documentary. Let's talk about the premiere of your documentary and what that meant for you to have your family here to witness what has to be a crowning achievement.
Well, first, to your point, Gunther interrupted. He's saying a lot of things, but his bitch ass just ran out of here.
You know what's real funny? Liv Morgan's bitch ass ran out of here too.
Now, as far as the documentary goes, I'll be honest, that was one of the most special things that I've seen. Getting to showcase my personal life, my rise, my family. I can't tell you all how much that makes me feel, how great that makes me feel. Thank you.
Yet this King of the Ring walks out here, not only today, but as I mentioned, for months now, and completely disrespects you and all the people of Cleveland and call all of you street trash.
Gunther could walk around, he could throw around the word street trash all he wants. But to me, and I said this earlier to him, he is the definition of human trash. If we're street trash, I'm damn proud to be.
Hell yeah. And Mommy, it is great to see you back here for a SummerSlam weekend in Cleveland.
Where's Dominic, by the way?
Where's Dominic? I told him that he doesn't need to be here because I knew Liv was going to be here. What I didn't expect was for her to run once again and prove that she is a little wussy. Yeah, she is a little wussy. And I think that just like Michael Cole over here, you all believe that Mommy is going to be your new Women's World Champion.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for the Terror Twins to hold the world titles together again.
Oh, yeah!
He mentioned Dominic, and obviously you're going to get your hands on Liv for the first time tomorrow, and we can't wait. We can't wait to see how that unfolds.
I already gave you my prediction when I introduced her.
Yeah, you did, Cole. How much does the Liv trying to take your man thing weigh into the whole strategy for tomorrow, and how much emotionally are you ready to expel tomorrow with Liv?
Well, let me put this plain and simple. Mommy is going to bring the brutality. And Liv Morgan, she's not ready. The thing is, she said she wants to take everything from me, but she dug a little deeper, and she went the dirty route, and she decided to try to manipulate my family, my Latino heat, my dirty Dom, my Dominic Mysterio. You guys can boo him all you want, but the fact is I love my dirty Dom.
Respect. Everybody's eating in Cleveland.
I guess he's all right too, you know, but whatever.
Rhea, you never lost the championship.
No, I never lost the championship. That's the fact. That's the plain and simple fact right there. I never lost my Women's World Championship. Liv, she took me out. She wants to cry and moan about how I took her out for 6 months. The thing is, I warned her multiple times, but Liv Morgan has this problem in her brain where she can't comprehend and she can't listen to people wanting her to back off. I told her multiple times to get out of my business. So what do I have to do next, huh? I'm not gonna put it nicely, am I? Would any of you guys put that nicely? Exactly, so what did I do? I took her out. I snapped her shoulder so she was out of my damn business. And now she gets to step into my ring with my championship. And the fact is, Mommy's walking in without her championship. And unfortunately, that's the case. But I'm gonna be walking out the new Women's World Champion!
Good luck tomorrow night to the World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest and the #1 contender for the Women's World title, Rhea Ripley. Well, ladies and gentlemen, SummerSlam Kickoff is presented by Wingstop, the official wing of SummerSlam. Choose from 12 delicious flavors and get your favorite wings by ordering online at wingstop.com. Bring the flavor. One of the most personal battles in WWE history takes place tomorrow night. A special guest referee and the former world champion Seth Rollins. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre.
over 10 years, you people never forgot me, and that's why I'm back. I'm here to win the Royal Rumble and main event WrestleMania. In the course of the Rumble, I tore my right tricep. My dream ever since I was a little kid was to main event WrestleMania.
I want you to know this. I prayed for this and it happened. In that Rumble, I targeted you.
It's never gonna be good enough.
Drew McIntyre is in the world title match. I want you to have a front row seat at WrestleMania.
Take it to the end just to watch me as I fall.
Losers pray for things to happen. Winners make it happen. There are consequences to your actions, and you are looking at them. You will never be champion as long as there is air in my lungs. Screwing me over in front of my family, my friends, my country.
I didn't just take your dignity, did I?
The Money in the Bank, I am going to win that contract. I am going to cash it in that night. You made a big promise. You were going to walk out world heavyweight champion. You blew it again, Drew.
Why did you stick your nose in my business?
I was handling my business. There's a man running around with a bracelet with my wife's name on it.
All the chaos that you've caused, I volunteered. I am your special guest referee!
I feel like it's the climax to it all.
I'm cleared! Come get this beating that you deserve!
How long I've waited for this. There's nothing in the world that's gonna stop me tearing you apart!
I'm not some little referee that you can just push around. I'm the boss, I'm the law.
Get out of line, I will put your head in the dirt!
I won't stop until your heart does.
I'm gonna get my pound of flesh!
Hey, Pat, I got a question for you. Who was the idiot that ever nicknamed this city the Mistake by the Lake? Because Cleveland is absolutely incredible. And I think I want to check out Flannery's Pub over there in a little bit.
I want to check out Harry Buffalo right there, Jack's Casino right there, Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, home of the future NBA champion Cleveland Cavaliers, and then Cleveland Brown Stadium tomorrow, the home of the Dog Pound, hosting SummerSlam.
One of the most personal issues we've ever seen at WWE will culminate tomorrow night. First, I would like to introduce to you the special guest referee. He's a former multi-time world champion, Seth freaking Rollins. For the first time in Seth Rollins' illustrious career, he will don the zebra stripes tomorrow night as a special guest referee.
I'll make him look good, too, Michael. I'll make him look real good.
In the history of SummerSlam, we've had some unbelievable special guest referees. Jesse Ventura, who we welcomed back to Monday Night Raw this past week, was special guest referee on 2 separate occasions. How about Shawn Michaels was a special guest referee? How about Triple H as a special guest referee? But no one may have been put in a position like Seth Rollins is tomorrow night in this personal battle with McIntyre and Punk. Now, Seth, to me, I believe you're the most unbiased person for this job because you hate both guys.
You are dead on, Michael. I hate Drew McIntyre. I hate CM Punk. And Cleveland, I'm with you guys. I can't wait to watch them tear each other apart tomorrow night.
Seth, on Monday, you laid out some rules of engagement, and basically what you ended up saying was the rules for this particular match are Rollins' rules. What you say goes. Nobody needs to get sideways with the man wearing the stripes up and down. What exactly does that mean, and what should we expect out of a match that you are officiating?
I'll tell you what it means, Pat. It means tomorrow night we are going to have a winner. We are going to find out who the better man is between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. And if either of them get in my face, I got a heel for the teeth, baby. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
Drew McIntyre beat you for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania.
Whoa, Cole.
CM Punk has been a problem for you for many, many years. You did not want him back in WWE. In fact, you said, and this was a quote, when CM Punk is cleared for physicality, I am going to beat the hell out of him. How can we be sure that that will not happen tomorrow night?
I do have a vested interest in seeing CM Punk get his ass kicked. And I'm sorry for all you Punk fans out there. This is just what I feel. It's what I believe. I don't like the guy. I'm never going to like the guy. But you know what's easier than kicking someone's ass is having somebody kick that person's ass for you. And I get a front row seat to watch Drew do that. I don't like Drew either, but he is one tough SOB, no doubt about it.
We want to remind everyone, before we get into the meat of this now, that General Manager Adam Pearce has warned that McIntyre and Punk cannot touch before tomorrow night, or the match is off.
Off. Over. No match. No Seth freaking Rollins. No CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. Big Bald Stooge. Adam Pearce said we're not having it.
So with that being said, please welcome one of the most controversial men in the history of sports entertainment, the Second City Saint, CM Punk.
Is it great to be alive on a Friday night in Cleveland, Ohio, or what? It's all downhill after the song, brother.
So, Punk, let me ask you, will you adhere Punk, will you adhere to Rollins' rules tomorrow night?
When have I not listened to rules? When have I not followed whatever the authority? Listen, this man can't possibly be unbiased, all right? If he's gonna screw me, he's gonna screw me tomorrow, and I'll deal with it then. What else can I possibly say?
First time getting a chance to walk out in a stadium filled with the WWE Universe. 60,000 strong chanting CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. In over a decade, have you thought about it? Have you envisioned what it's going to feel like? And how do you control kind of the jitters that are potentially possible in a moment like that, Mr. Punk?
Fantastic question, Mr. McAfee. I appreciate your journalism. I've thought about it. I've envisioned it. Listen, this whole rule about me not being able to touch Drew McIntyre has really made this weekend laid back and easy for me. I don't got anything to worry about until that bell rings. And when that bell rings, I'm going to show the city of Cleveland and everybody watching on Peacock a level of violence that is going to make you very, very uncomfortable. That is what I've envisioned. That's what's in my mind's eye. Tomorrow night, the time for talking is over with.
It has been 10.5 years since CM Punk has been in a one-on-one match on television in WWE. I had the privilege of sitting down with this man last week for an extended interview, which will play on the Countdown show before SummerSlam tomorrow night. And I asked you, why are you doing what you've been doing to Drew McIntyre? And you told me it became personal when Drew McIntyre told you that he prayed to God that you would get hurt. Is that the impetus of all this?
Drew McIntyre's dream is to be champion. Currently, my dream is to make sure Drew McIntyre is not champion. You see gold around his waist? No. So who's the king? It's not Liberace over here. I'll tell Larry that Cleveland sends his love. Much appreciated. I've been dealing with people like Drew McIntyre my entire career, right? I will also tell my wife that Cleveland says hello.
Check.
Been dealing with Drew McIntyre types my entire career, right? They want to get one up on me, so they go low. And when I meet them on the low road, they're shocked. And then they play the victim like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing that to me. Drew started it, I'm gonna finish it. He prayed, I don't pray. The only people who pray in front of me are the ones that are down on their knees. That's gonna be Drew tomorrow, right? He wants to play the victim. Tomorrow, he gets to be the victim.
Well, let's bring out the so-called victim, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. Again, just to remind everyone of the ground rules, and our special guest referee is here, no physicality before tomorrow. And that means against us too, Drew. We're gonna have some hard-hitting questions here. And I guess the first one for me would be, why the obsession with that man? And before you talk about the number of times he's cost you the championship, this started way before that. It started way before that. Why the obsession with CM Punk?
He's a fan. He's such a fan. He's in the sweltering heat. He's got an X on a leather jacket. It's 90 degrees outside. He's sporting an X. Thank you. He's a fan.
I'm the only guy that can be so hot and so cool at the same time. But I'm going to say something positive before I get into it. You know, we're the main event of this press conference, and if you ask anybody that's in Cleveland right now, then clearly this should be the main event, as much as I can't stand you both. You want an answer? I appreciate it, but I'm just stating the obvious. I can't stand this guy. I cannot stand the ground he walks on. You've seen what he's done to me time and time again, screwing me out the world title. This goes way back, and I don't need to go into the stories right now. It's not woe is me time for Drew. But this man directly cost me opportunities during my first run in WWE. And maybe I'll cover that. I can get by the past. I'm trying to focus on the present. In the present, you've screwed me. All I wanted was this match with you. And I can wait until tomorrow because I am going to kill you. I just want to know how you're feeling inside. How does CM Punk feel? It's been 10.5 years since you had a one-on-one match in WWE. What have you done for the past 10 years? I honestly can't tell. You're a sociopath. I can't read your emotions whatsoever. Are you scared? But what have you done? You've sat in your arse for 75% of the time. You've wrestled 1% of the time. You've been injured 24% of the time. You know what I've done? Worked my arse off. I've been slaying beasts. I've been beating the who's who, the Randy Ortons, the Cody Rhodes, the Seth Rollins. I've ran through them all. And I didn't have half the issues with them I have with you. I can't wait till that bell rings. That's the only thing saving you right now is that bell. I know you got a million questions for me, Cole, but I've got a million things to get off my chest because if his heart's not beating, I'm not going to be able to tell him this anymore. I know you don't like Punk, but it's not like the way I don't like Punk. I know deep down you have a heart. You're going to stop this match tomorrow because the violence is going to be so uncomfortable, you're going to have to stop the match. Question.
I have a question for you. Mr. McIntyre, are you sure that you'll be able to remain focused long enough in this match to get the job done against CM Punk when there is potential distractions literally everywhere, including the ref who might get under your skin a little bit?
No, I've been dreaming about this. I've got a game plan in my head. First of all, the most talented thing about him is his mouth. I'm going to break that stupid jaw. And then I'm going to work my way from head to toe. There's no title on the line. I don't need to get a quick 3 count. I'm going to take my time and torture you. And as for you, I'll make this quick. It's not about you, you spotlight junkie. I know you're going to come out there in some ridiculous stripper outfit. Just do me a favor. Don't wear heels. Don't wear platforms so you don't break your ankle and you can eventually count the 3 count.
To expand on Pat's point for just a moment, Drew, the reason you're not World Heavyweight Champion today is not only because of that man, but because you have allowed all of these outside distractions to get in your head, causing you to lose focus, causing you to lose the opportunity on a number of different occasions. So just to expand on Pat's point for a moment, how are you not going to allow that to happen tomorrow night when you have 2 of the men that you hate more than anybody in the world in the ring with you at the same time?
You know my story. You know everything I've overcame, and I feel like everyone's against me right now, including you, Michael Cole.
You piece of trash!
Unbiased official, feeding everybody crap every week about me being a hypocrite, me being a liar, out here like a mark spitting water with Triple H. As far as I'm concerned, Pat is more of a legitimate broadcast journalist than you these days. Even the fans that were apparently on my side all this time. This guy, I mentioned it on Monday, I don't know what it is. It's cult-like ability, it's Charles Manson-like ability, getting in people's head, poisoning it, or chanting CM Punk's name at me everywhere I go. Don't worry, I'll throw you some fish next, like a bunch of trained seals. I can block all that out. I am so laser focused right now. I don't think I've ever been more laser focused in my entire life. There's a reason everyone's so excited about this match, because they know it's going to be a bloody massacre.
And I will end the questioning there, because I believe that answer made my point.
Jeez.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night at SummerSlam.
Oh, I got one more thing, I guess, before we finish up. You know, just one more. Come on, it's not about you, Seth. Relax. It's about these guys here. I appreciate all of the countless little bands everyone's been giving me over these past few days. You know, they mean nothing to me. The only thing that matters to me are these two names right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night it will happen at SummerSlam. The man in the middle is the special guest referee, Seth Rollins. It'll be Rollins rules as Drew McIntyre goes one-on-one with the man stepping into the ring in a one-on-one match for the first time in 10.5 years in WWE, CM Punk. Punk, McIntyre, Rollins, live tomorrow night at SummerSlam. Thank you very much, Cleveland. Don't forget, SmackDown tonight right behind us at Rocket Mortgage. The countdown begins at 4 Eastern tomorrow. SummerSlam's at 7. Corey Graves, Pat McAfee, and I will be on the call.
Hey, if I wrap this up, I get another paycheck as a broadcast journalist. I'm wearing a suit because the SummerSlam isn't just the biggest summer party of the year. It's the biggest funeral, and the funeral's for Drew McIntyre.
Good night, everybody. We will see you tomorrow night at SummerSlam.
Cheers.